Previously on the do-over. I just entered the porch painting period. The cross beams are going to be white, adding more brightness and more of a light feeling to this otherwise quite dull and dark place. But I think you can actually start to see what kind of a difference that makes. This stuff just took away so much of the rain. And not only that, no, it also took the light away from what I had here on the front porch. So, but amazing how that changes the look of it, right? So, and finally it is about the floor, and I'm going to change this now. So this old stuff has to go. I better start right away, because that looks like old stuff. It's gotta go. So the only good thing about this layer there that was ugly was that it was a waterproof layer, and for a planet that's called Earth we sure have to deal with a lot of watery problems, because if water's somewhere it's gonna corrode stuff, it's gonna break stuff away when it freezes and then melts again. So this was the only good thing, but as you can see it wasn't waterproof everywhere, or at least it had some cracks or something and water was able to seep through. And if that happens, everything that supposedly waterproof layer does is just keep the water there and keep it from evaporating again. So that's then a bad sign for, you know, it gives the water more time to do its evil work. So it's good that it's gone, it can dry out now, and I'm thinking I'm having the right choice with the wood panels I'm going to put there. Now that I know the rough outline of where everything's going to be and what it's going to look like, I have to season the wood with olive oil. È un prodotto d'Italia, olio extravergine. Obviously it's not extra virgin olive oil, it's a treatment for the wood so that it's going to be a bit more water repellent and can deal with a fair bit of water. So what I'm doing next is checking the angle of this area here of the front, and you can see there is a slight angle there tilting towards the front away from the house. So because just like choosing footwear in the rainforest, you can take one of two approaches. Either you acknowledge that there is water and you try to just maximize breathability, so you have it very airy and the water is coming everywhere, but then also when the water is gone it can just evaporate very quickly because it's breathable and light and airy. Or you can take the other approach and say, I know there's water but I hate it and I'm gonna seal everything. So you try really hard to seal everything, make sure that no water is getting there in the first place. However, if it does, the sealing that you put there is going to serve as a barrier and basically hindering the water from evaporating again. So as soon as water is in there, it's a pain in the ass to get rid of it. And I'm gonna take the first approach. So as you can see, there's an angle here, so that means if water is getting here, I'm going to build it very airy, very light, so that the water can go back out front. And also that there's enough, like between the wood, there's enough spaces to make sure that air is circulating there and drying everything once the water is being removed. Bottom structure is done. Oh, my lower back. Oh, whoa. So, yeah, that has been a good job. I noticed when I did this that once I drilled the holes, then just right after it, put the screws in, then I can brush around, and the dust of the drilled holes doesn't go back into the holes themselves, so it blocks the way for the screws. So I used this kind of like a placeholder and then brush away, pull them out again. That was a good thing that I noticed. Also, I'm putting underneath these rubber thingies as to not make direct contact with the ground beneath, because there might be some moisture creeping up, so this is kind of like an isolation. Also, it's a bit of a padding as well. Yeah, so this is going to be now just a quick break for me, and then I'll keep going, put the cool stuff on top now, the Douglas fir. That's going to look awesome. So in order to put the Douglas fir here, I got these nifty little helpers. They are placeholders basically, so you put the planks on top, and the pin in the middle is kind of, well, it makes sure that there's this little space here. And you want to have this space because, unlike politicians, wood is constantly working, so expanding and contracting, and you always want to have just a tiny little bit of space in between, so some space for the wood to work in, basically. So these go here, and this is then the magic that they're doing. It's not finished yet because I ran out of a particular set of screws, and my time here at the lot is up for now. Obviously I'm going to finish it, but there's still this to come. Also, this kind of finicky parts here around these poles. I have to really make sure that I get everything from there with a reciprocating saw. So yeah, that is still to come, but so far I'm really happy with the result that I achieved so far. For a guy that doesn't know what he's doing, not too bad, right?